YouTube friends. So today I am working hard here in the kitchen, and this is homemade grape juice. Now this is using the Concord grapes, and this is all of our washed grapes. I wash them right in the crates. You can wash them with the hose or with the shower head. It does make your shower quite dirty if you don't pre-rinse them outside, so it's a good thing to do. Then you can soak them in the sink, float them, and put them back in here to drain. This is all my de-stemmed grapes. Now this method allows me to speed the process by not having to cook and stew the grapes and decant the juice like I did last year. I did it all the old-fashioned way. This is actually an older old-fashioned way, and it really made it a lot faster. I did 9.5 gallons last night. I am on my my third batch today, which is my 9th gallon. So real easy. It is about 1.5 cups, 1.3 cups per quart. So I do anywhere from 2 to 2.5 cups on my half gallons. I actually found that you can reuse your pickle jars. They have a rubber seal on the inside of the lid. So I've always saved those because of milking the cows and having that for milk storage. I'm not milking a cow right now, so I had several gallons available for use. So these are half-gallon size. They're actually, you can see they're quite a bit bigger. So in these I used 3 cups of grapes. You can sweeten it with sugar, honey, maple syrup, stevia, whatever your preference is. And we like to use a minimum amount of sugar as possible. I actually have most of my honey tied up in sales right now, so I'm using sugar. We buy the big bags of sugar from Walmart. It's a 25-pound bag, I think, and I store it in a 5-gallon bucket with an Omega lid. So I'm putting about 1/2 cup of sugar in these larger containers and about 1/4 cup of sugar in the smaller containers. I don't want it too sweet. This does make it direct use juice, not concentrate. The style that I had done previously last year was more of a concentrate, and I tried to drink it straight and it did a number on my intestines. So to drink it, you just you can drink it with the grapes and everything in it, but the pressure canning that's going on over here is making the grapes burst. So I have to turn this down a little bit. We're a little high. So the pressure canning process is 10 minutes at 5 pounds of pressure. So I set the timer once it gets to about 5 minutes. The pressure canning creates the pressure to burst the grape juice and release that in here. It's best to let these sit and have the flavor develop over about 2 weeks time. You want to always take off your lids. Your bands. I always wash the lids after and make sure that the bands are dry so you don't end up with rusty bands in the basement. You can see here I've got an older band, and we're reusing a lot of old stuff from my mom and my mother-in-law too, so just want to make the most thrift out of all that. A recommendation is to have yourself a good pair of kitchen shoes. We don't wear shoes in the house here, so I try to keep a pair of Keds that are simple, and then if I have to run through the rest of the house, I don't stumble. I keep a stool here so that I can sit and stem. I've got my little TV going on a PBS program. We were just watching Bob Ross paint. Of course, you know, the processes of canning. You want to sterilize your lids and bands and your jars, so they're all pre-washed. I've got another load going in the dishwasher right now, and then I preheat my jars in here so that you have less breakage, because you're putting them directly from filling into the hot water bath canner. Unfortunately, I lost 2 half-gallon new ball jars, which was disappointing. So here on this back burner, I've got my pan with my lids. So that's going. But the basic recipe here is about 2.5 cups of grapes. Put in 1/4 cup of sugar. If you're doing honey, just do a splash of honey, because honey is usually about half of whatever your sugar amount is, so a splash of honey. And then top with water, leaving a 1/2 inch headspace. And then process the entire jar. With these 1/2 gallons, I can fit 4 in the pressure canner at once. With these, I can do 3 in one batch. Process at 10 minutes at 5 pounds of pressure. So that's our homemade grape juice, everybody. Get out there, store up your grapes, and then if you want to, you can turn this into grape jelly also. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.